Hi, Works AFTV. It's now time to do player ratings after an exciting 2-0 win here at Vale Park. Starting with the goalkeeper, not David Raya. Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Didn't have a lot to do really, did he? Like, you know what I mean? 6 out of 10. Not really anything.
He did loads. He got the ball at his feet loads today.
Well, I thought he's passing, you know, but the one, I'm going to give him 10 out of 10 because like he never played a sideways pass. He was always forward.
It's really hard to go sideways from goalkeeper. 6 out of 10?
Yeah, he didn't do nothing.
He did make one mistake where he didn't pass the ball sideways. He
Deep.
passed the ball to one of the opposition and set up a chance for them. So on that basis, I think I'd downgrade it to a 5 because he did nothing else to positive. But then he didn't really get an opportunity to. So I'll give him an average 5.
High claims in there. It's a bit high. It is what it is. His first game, but I think 6 sounds fair. 5, that's fine. All good. Let's go right back. The return of Ben White.
Slightly disappointing. I don't think he did much going forward, and he didn't really have much to do in defence. There was one point where I think they went through and he didn't hold the line properly, and we should have played them offside easily, and we didn't. It was very marginal, so I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, I agree with a 6. I agree with Julian. They didn't really do anything spectacular, but he kept us clean sheet. No one come down that side and skinned him. Yeah. So you have to say, nothing more than that really.
What about Christian Mascherli?
7 today. I thought he was the best out of the back 4.
Ooh, I might disagree with that, but go on.
I thought from a defensive point of view, I thought he'd done all right, central defence, and then went over to right back. The interesting thing about it for me was that he's the less experienced out of the two, and he was the one that played on the left side. So he was sort of slightly out of position, and he'd done really well. So that's why I'm giving him the 7.
Fair.
Yeah, I think I will give him a 7, especially with being slightly out of position. But I thought the reason for that is because he's the filling player. He's done really well, but he's still not first choice. So he will come in when one of the centre halves is injured or not available for whatever reason, in whichever position. So he's going to have to get used to filling in both positions.
The more experienced player of the two, William Saliba.
Well, I will give him a 7/8, and the reason for the 8 was for the brilliant ball that he put through for the second goal.
Right, he makes a fair point.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think he was tested at all today. Like, you know what I mean? If I be really honest, and
didn't really see him do much at all.
So I would give it a 6, but. Because you've got to be tested a little bit. And listen, that ain't
the
his
ball
fault.
was good for. He did mention the assist.
I expect that of him. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I expect him to do that. Listen, he's a quality player. He wasn't tested today. That's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Okay. So you gone 6. Miles Lewis-Skelly, who I actually thought was one of the best in that back 4 today.
Yeah, I thought he played well.
Yeah.
I thought he played well, but nice, neat and tidy. That's a good, as it happens, considering he hadn't had a lot of minutes, he done well, yeah, so 7 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, because that winger didn't get any change out of every time. He just fouled him, and he couldn't do anything against Miles.
Yeah, I think it was a 7, near for an 8 again for the assist, because thanks to him we got that first goal, which was excellent. But I still think he's probably, seeing the way he plays, he's a better midfielder than he is a left back.
Interesting. Let's go into midfield then. Christian Norgard.
He's neat and tidy. He looks like he can do what anyone else can do. There's nothing exceptional, but that's not his position. Yeah. So on that basis, he did what he needed to do. A 6.
Feels like I watched this game. I don't feel like I even saw these players.
I agree with Julian. Neat and tidy. He didn't get out of second gear. But he didn't have to, or he didn't want to. There's two ways to look at that. Listen, we've said it earlier on. The game was easy. Yeah, so it was like a training session. Like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. He didn't do nothing wrong, did he? He didn't do nothing. So, 6. Go on, I'll go with a 6.
6. All right, let's go. Mikel Mourinho.
Well, he weren't midfield, was he?
Well, that's what I'm picking. They're mixing. Like they rotated a lot. Okay.
Mixing? What are they? Cake or something?
Cocktail.
Well, cocktails. Cocktails are more interesting than what I see out there today.
Let's go, Ethan.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Probably the star player of it. But I thought he'd done some good stuff today. I like the way he gets into little tight pockets and gets out of it and things like that. But you know, like he's in there to create as well, which we didn't see. But he was neat and tidy. Like we're going to say that about all the midfield players. If I'll be honest, 7 out of 10.
Neat and tidy.
I think you've got to look at the quality of the opposition and maybe mark him down a little bit, because he did okay, and you can't say he didn't. But when you look at the opposition and look at the skills that he's got and the way that he can carry the ball, you'd think that he'd be able to pick the ball up and literally just go through 2 or 3 players, and I didn't see him do that.
So you give him
I'd give him a 6.
6. Okay, let's go Eberechi Eze.
Much the same. When he touched the ball, I mean, obviously the goal was really good. So for the sake of the goal, you've got to give him at least a 7 because he scored the goal. But again, you think the skills that he's got and some of the things I've seen him do, even in an Arsenal shirt, in such a short career, and then you see him come up against the players, that Port Vale have got, and they had, some of their main players out. You'd expect a player of that quality to be able to pick the ball up, do, like a Messi, Diego Maradona, go through every single player and put the ball in.
Football's not that linear. I wish it was.
But it can be.
He's got quality. He has got the quality.
A player of that quality against players of that quality, you should see that kind of difference.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, but like, is he being allowed to do that? You know what I mean? There's a difference. You know what I mean? We don't know. Like I felt, like Eze is not the Eze I've seen at Crystal Palace. No. You know what I mean? Like today, I felt that he got the goal, done well, but it was all safe play. You know what I mean? Not taking on his man, not doing that. Listen, he didn't excite me in any shape or form today, like, you know what I mean, in his performance. Probably you'd say that about Wanyeri as well. Like,
and they're both exciting players. That's the sad thing.
Yeah, but as I say, like, they didn't excite today, and this, I think the title of this is neat and tidy. Because
it definitely will be. It definitely will be. Let's go to our captain today, Bukayo Saka. 5. Robbie won't be happy.
No, Robbie won't be happy, but like he didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? Like it was about for me today. It was about getting legs in his minutes and not getting injured. Like and that's what's happened. But
getting legs in his minutes, getting minutes in his legs.
Minutes in his legs. I'm cold.
Cold.
But
you can't do it a cold night in Stoke.
He never created nothing. You know what I mean? Listen, all the front three I think were poor. Yeah. So listen. Yeah, 5 out of 10.
Do you agree with the legs in his minutes, or do you think a 4's fair?
Did you say a 4?
No.
I said 5, sorry.
You said 5? No, I disagree. I think it was at least a 7. I thought of all the forward plays.
7?
So what are you saying about Wanyeri then? It's the same thing.
No, I thought he was more effective than Wanyeri. I thought when he was on the ball, he was getting to the byline, he was putting some balls over, and I think he was more of a threat. I think of all the players, especially bearing in mind, 'cause you've got to take things not just in isolation. The fact he's come back from this injury and it is one of his first games, I thought he was more effective.
7 though.
No, listen, like, you know what I mean.
That's quite.
That's his opinion.
Yeah, that's what you've seen. That's fine. So you've gone 5. You've gone 7. Next, let's go to Martinelli.
I thought what he did for that first goal was quite exceptional, and on that basis, I would give him at least a 7. There was another point where he was clean through. It was very, very exciting. Unfortunately, the goalkeeper came out, and that was a really good piece of play from the goalkeeper, unfortunately, because that could have been the moment of my night had he gone through in a sort of Chelsea style and Bilbao style and put the ball back in the net like he has been quite regular basis. So I'd give him a 7.
Ball back in the net. Ball. You lot are cold.
No, 5 for me.
5.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? Like
he settled the first goal.
It was a square ball cross, which was done well by Lewis Skelly. Like, listen, you're playing against opposition in League One. It didn't roast the fullback enough for me.
And he was left 1v1 quite. Both wings actually
both wingers
had 1v1. They didn't do it.
Yeah, listen, you've got to say how it is. You know what I mean? Like, we scored early on, and then for 60 minutes. There was nothing. Yeah. There's nothing to you've got to take on your fullback. I'm disappointed with Gabby's performance tonight, if I'll be really honest.
Mikel Mourinho.
What did I give Gabby? 5? He's got 5 as well. You know what I mean? I don't think he did. You know, I've been told he's a good goal scorer. Like, you know, he gets into good goal scoring positions by a certain person. Well, he didn't get in any goal scoring positions today. I don't really know what Mourinho is. If I'll be really honest, is he a forward? Is he a midfield player? One thing I know, he's not a number 10. But listen, he's neat and done some neat stuff again today. I gotta say there was some good touches in there, but it weren't nothing penetrating. There was nothing there, like, you know. So he done okay.
Done okay.
Yeah, I'll agree with Lee. What did you give him, a 5? Yeah, I'd give him a 5. He didn't do anything glaringly wrong, but there was nothing exciting about his play, and what he was doing, he wasn't pressing forward. He was playing the ball back.
Yeah. All right, it's cold, so let's run through the subs quickly. Gabriel Magalhaes.
Didn't really see much of him, so I'll give him a 5.
Yeah, 5. Didn't see nothing.
5. Okay, let's do Max Dowman.
Oh, good flashes. Good flashes. Took on the mat. Lovely ball for Gyökeres. You know what I mean? Like, looks a little bit more dangerous, in my opinion, than the Sakas and Martinelli. So 6 out of 10 for me.
I'd give him a 7 because I don't think you can blame him for the amount of time he spent on the pitch. But the time he spent on the pitch, he was very effective, and just that one ball to Gyökeres, it was really good. But also when he picks the ball up, he runs with it. He looks dangerous. So I'd give him a 7.
Yeah, certainly. If singing, they got school in the morning was quite an interesting one. That was quite funny to hear. Leandro Trossard.
I'd give him an 8 because of the goal. I think you have to, with the time he had on the pitch and that finish. It's got to be an 8.
I thought he was impressive when he came on, as he always does when he comes on. Like, you know what I mean. But there's no one is getting an 8 after what I've seen today. Like, you know what I mean. Like, it was, you know, you have to say that. But 7 out of 10 was a fair thing. Like, no one was great tonight.
No, you're right.
He was hardly on the pitch, so you can't blame him for any of it.
No, I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm not giving anybody an 8.
Well, yeah, but you are blaming him because you're not giving him an 8 because of what went before. So when he came on the pitch, he made things happen. He controlled the ball well and hit the ball well and scored a goal. So on that basis, time he spent on the pitch, you've got to give him a higher figure.
Yeah, no,
like, you know
what I mean.
If you don't want, it's your rating.
You know, he done okay. He done okay. He's got a very good.
What
goal.
more could he do in the minutes he was on the pitch?
But yeah, but like, you know, you can't. No, I don't like. Listen, he scored a goal. I expect him to come on and score a goal against a tired defence like that. You know what I mean? Come on, you're talking 1 minute about the opposition and then not, you know, not in the last.
The next player. Rating.
Declan Rice.
Well,
you're going to go to Victor Gyökeres,
I was going to go to Victor Gyökeres,
go on.
who you'd expect. You know, your argument is, well, comes on against a tired defence and that quality of opposition, you expect him to score a goal. Well, Gyökeres had a glorious chance and he didn't, and he's supposed to be the striker. So on that basis, I'll give him a 5.
Glorious chance.
Well, you know, he got through. It was a great bit of defending, by the way. Like, the defender blocked it after.
Oh, blocked it, went up. Yeah.
So, but like, I'm with that 5. I don't think he, you know what I mean, he come on, he didn't put himself in, run himself like into the ground. You know what I mean? Like, maybe there's a little bit of a caution because of the you know, of Sunday. I don't know, but I'm with Julian on that one. 5 out of 10. Yeah.
Declan Rice.
Oh, I don't think you can really say that. Again, he didn't do nothing wrong when he come on, just kept the play and all that. 5 out of 10. You can't really give him too much more than that.
Yeah, neat and tidy.
Yeah, I hardly saw him.
Okay, referee, I thought was actually really good today.
I thought he had a very good game,
Yeah.
the ref. I thought he was very good. My man in the match. You know,
I actually agree.
I'd give him at least a 9. I don't think he did anything wrong. And what I really liked, he let the game go. Let the game go.
I go along with that.
Yeah.
I go along with that. I think that's
9,
been.
No, he was good
I
today.
thought he was good. Do you know what? I didn't even know. I don't know who he was.
No, nor
don't
do
know
I.
his name. I think that's a compliment because you're not looking and thinking who is it, like, you know.
One of the fans in the stands actually asked me, "What's his name?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then it was like, "Can we bring him to the Premier League?" I was like, "Maybe he is."
Is he not a Premier League referee? I don't know.
I don't know.
That tells you all you need to know. Yeah, 9 out of 10. I thought he was. That's the best referee we've had. I know it's different because there's no VAR and it's a different way to referee.
Nice,
maybe it is because he has to referee.
Yeah, he has to actually do his job.
He has to do his job. He ain't got relying on nothing, and he done it well.
Yeah, fair. 9. Well done. Yeah, for giving a 9 as well. All right, let's go to the manager. Mikel Arteta. How do you want to assess him?
Well, he's won the game.
Clean sheet.
It's clean sheet. Listen, it is about getting. Cup football's about getting through. You know what I mean? And like, if you want to go on entertaining value and what it was for the game and all that, he's probably on a 3. But like, you know, it ain't. It's about getting through and all that. Like, you know, 7 out of 10. He's got us through. You know, listen, I think Kelechi made the point. You know what I mean? Like Grimsby, I know Grimsby are a league lower, but if you don't get it right, you don't get your tactics right, you can get done.
Yeah.
So you know, we haven't. Listen, it weren't. We weren't stressed. It was a stressful evening, like, so you have to give him credit for that. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, stress-free evening.
Yeah, stress-free. It wasn't stressful at all. You said it was
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah,
it was boring. So yeah, it's look, entertainment.
7.
Traditional wasn't the most, but yeah, look, he did what he needed to do. But that's not what football's about, is it? We come here to
win.
Yeah, no, yeah, we come here to win, but we also do want to be entertained. And there is a good argument to say that he didn't entertain us. But then, is that his job? His job is to get the results, because as everyone keeps saying, if he doesn't win, he's out of a job.
Exactly that. And like, you know, look, there's been managers that have entertained before and been sacked. You know what I mean? So
Keegan, remember that?
Yeah, like they didn't get the. You know, listen. We're through. That's it.
That's it. That is the end. We're through. The fans to finish a cold night in Stoke.
Well, I'll be really honest. I feel for them. Like, me and Julian were fan watching today. You know what I mean? That's how great the game was.
You're looking at fans, yeah.
Yeah, like people on their phones. Yeah, people on their phones. People like seriously, like not watching it. Well, yeah, it was just like not really. There was a lot of people not watching the game. A lot of Arsenal fans today will come away. I'm pretty sure going home now that they were bored.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it was but it wasn't the best of atmospheres tonight, like it normally is on an away game. You know what I mean? Because
we were quite loud.
But you've got to have fans. Sometimes need.
We need some of the crowd. Yeah, no, 100%.
To lift it and all that.
100%.
Like, 8 out of 10 today for the fans.
That's fair.
Yeah, look, as you said, not everyone is up for Stoke on a cold Wednesday night. You know, we know someone that wasn't up for Stoke on a cold Wednesday night, but the fans that were here were.
Yeah.
So fair play to them. Yeah, and everyone around us I thought was friendly. Didn't get threatened once, so on that basis I'll give them a 9.
You just made a dig to the person and put him on this player ratings. So he's gonna watch this.
No, I didn't name names.
No. Anyway, people, that is it for the player ratings. Let us know in the comments. Are we just being grumpy, or are we being fair? It was. I mean, I think all three of us have all said it was boring. But are we being? Are we?
It will be interesting to know what it was like sitting indoors, watching it in a warm. Was it or were they seeing what we were seeing at the game? It'd be interesting to know.
It would be. That's why I'm asking. Are we just being old and grumpy, or we spitting facts on what we just seen?
Really enjoyed the experience of coming to a new ground in a new environment and
seeing the grass.
Yeah, seeing the grass. It was a lovely pitch.
All right, people. Let us know in the comments below. Like the video. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Night.